So welcome to Creative Life Lab. So here at Creative Life Lab we like to help people start their creative ventures in terms of what their online platform is. We like to show you how to scale your creative online venture with the right know-how. You can create the business you truly want. So it's about learning how to get started, and once you get started, how to scale up your business. I think it takes a lot of time in the beginning just to develop self-belief and the mindset of what it is needed to create a business you can truly love. Not what you're good at or wanting to be successful in, but something you can truly love and appreciate. And then you'll find that you have to answer questions such as, how do you determine your value? I think that comes quite soon within the business. And value is not determined by price. Your value is what you're actually producing, and I think, some would say your value grows as you develop, as you begin to create what it is you truly want. Because in the beginning we might not be so honest with ourselves in terms of what we want for our creative venture. Not that we're not honest with ourselves, it's just that we're new, we're learning the ropes, and so we think business is this certain set of ideas or parameters. But as the journey progresses, it becomes so much more. So how do we create this mindset? How do we let go of our initial ideals? How do we let the change occur to get the life that we truly want for ourselves? How do we lose in the beginning when you start your business, you're full of high ideals and a surety on how you want your business to be. Or you just want to generate income and get started. But we don't really think about lifestyle. We don't think about how things such as confidence and just maintaining our authenticity, our integrity, and so we lose power along the way. And we really need to work on where our power is really needed, and letting go of others' opinions, because I think as well others' opinions rob us of our power on our business journey. This is when we start to meet our self-limiting beliefs along the way. Yes, we have some successes in the beginning and that propels us forwards. But as we know, as we've seen throughout the past couple of years, life doesn't always go as we plan. No one planned that there'd be a pandemic, during their, especially if they're self-employed or a business. A lot of people were hit hard in that time period. We need to discern whose counsel matters, whose opinion matters, because in the beginning, if you're not afforded with a business coach, it can be a bit like searching around in the dark, really, listening to people and their opinions on how a business should be run or how they generated their income. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours. Everybody's business is tailored to their requirements, their needs. And I think a lot of it comes down to instincts. What are your instincts telling you? What does your heart say about a thing or something that might be on your mind? Maybe your heart's saying one thing and your mind says another. How do you make decisions so that in order to live a good life? And as someone put it, you got to walk it like you talk it and live a life of integrity, of authenticity. I think that becomes more and more important the further on down the line of your business journey. It's what separates fear of failure from a feeling of purpose, of being on your mission. And I think a lot of it as well is just accepting that you can't do everything, or every idea you have you can't implement. And this is when your weaknesses start to may show up, and this is the time then that you need to not so much look to others' opinions, but look to others who have the strengths that maybe you don't possess in terms of what your business needs. So maybe you feel you're struggling in the area of marketing. Who out there has those necessary skills? Who's been doing marketing for years and years and can probably give your business the boost that it needs, rather than you running yourself ragged, trying to learn something in a week, in a month, that someone else has been doing for years. Yes, finances might be an issue, but in the long run, and it's only with hindsight really that you can say this is, with hindsight you can say that time, that effort, that energy would have been put better to another use, and the money will be worth the investment. In the end, it will generate what it is you're seeking for your business, rather than spend all that time stressing, trying to learn something and still not understanding the principles, because it hasn't been executed. And I mean, at the end of the day, I know in the beginning it's freedom and having time to be with family or loved ones just seems like a far off, distant dream. Now, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, you realise it's a necessity. It's not a dream, it's a necessity, because otherwise, what are you doing it for? And I think that mindset has a lot to do with this. And I think this applies to every part of the journey, really, whether you're starting from scratch as a creative or entrepreneur, or you're already earning a living. I think lockdown has taught everyone what things would be like if we could continually work from home or anywhere or away from home. To be able to have that kind of freedom, you know, that choice, I'm sure has crossed everyone's mind, whether they work for themselves or you work for another. And I think a lot of freelance or people who've just decided to leave their jobs and seek another route of employment has definitely sprung up since that time.